Hi there, my name is Pashri of Brandnow.asia. Welcome to Business Insights. Today I have with me Nikon Gormley, who has been working with our team, and we have also been supporting his events and some of his news releases. Recently, Nick was at OIIO, which is also known as Thailand Techland, and he gave a talk in regards to being a game changer. So I was really interested in the subject, and I wanted to invite him to come and talk about that presentation, talk about some of the key points that he made during that event. So before we dive into that, Nick, let's tell the audience a little bit about you.
So my name is Nikon Gormley. I am a professional coach based in Bangkok, Thailand. I help inspiring leaders create a bigger impact in their world, and I do that by challenging their thinking, questioning their questions, and really reminding them how powerful they really are.
Cool, excellent. So let's go back to that talk I just mentioned. You had this talk where you discussed how to be a game changer. Can you give like the top 3 points that came out of that speech?
Sure. So because it was a tech conference, right, and I was talking about mindset, so I really had to create distinctions or insights that would really help innovators in tech, how to challenge their thinking, how to help them be more powerful creators. And the insights that came through were really just 2 main insights. The first one was transformation versus information, because most people, when they go to tech conferences or any conference, they're really looking for information, and they're just adding information to their data bank, right? It's just like collecting it without really letting the information impact them, without really slowing down to see something new. So for transformation, when you listen for transformation, you're approaching the information more with like a sense of play. Like how can I use this? How can I experiment with this? How can I create something new with the information? So that was the first insight, because I believe that in tech, if people can come with a sense of transformation, they can use that in their own businesses and their own innovations to take them to the next level. And the second one, which I got from Barbara Patterson, which was where you come from versus what you do. Because I believe in tech, especially with high performers and business owners and leaders, there's this idea that you need to do more, right? Like there's this, and you can see it in a lot of offices, or like a wallpaper says just do more. And it focuses on like you have to wake, like all these success habits to help them create more, do more, be more. And they forget that where they come from is a lot more important. Meaning that, if you look at where you come from in your business, like if you're stressed in your business and you wake up stressed in your business, that kind of flavors the coffee, that flavors your business, which your clients will ultimately feel. And we've talked about this at length. And so in where you come from, there are really 3 ways. I talk about 3 ways to play the game. The first one is you're playing to win, which is kind of like that kind of do more energy, or I need to increase my sales, I need to get more clients, and like you're really pushing and shoving yourself. And you wake up kind of tired because the whole day is just going to be a pushing match, and it drains you. And kind of like this pressure you create on yourself is felt by everybody in your business, including the clients, and you can't really hide that. And the second one is when you play not to lose. So that's when you've already created success, you're already at 6 or 7 figures in your business, and you're trying not to mess that up. Right? And you have this pressure like, oh, I already came this far, I can't mess up my brand, my image, like I can't screw this up. And that puts the thinking back on you. Again, it's just more stress and pressure. And so you're filling up your mind or your bandwidth with all this thinking about you. And as you know, innovation and new ideas and insights, they come from within, right? And so the last one, play to play, is you're bringing a sense of play back into the game. You're bringing a sense of play back into what you do. And we talked about this too, where it's about, I think the best innovators on the planet are children, where they're constantly innovating. They go to a sandbox, and like their imagination is just creating lots of wonderful, fantastic things. And it's bringing that back into your business. And I think when you do that, it's like there's less on your mind. There's more space in your mind for fresh thinking to come through. Imagine like a web browser, like you're on Google Chrome and you have like 30 tabs open. Your internet's gonna slow down.
Right.
But if you clear all the tabs, your internet runs faster. And it's the same with us. Like
you're
our
more
thinking.
focused.
Yeah, you're more focused. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a great word, because when you have less on your mind, you're more focused. You're more in tune with what you have to do, and that ends up changing the game for you and your clients and your business.
Yeah, that's true. So can you give a case study where, like a business case study, how do you show up to play?
Sure. So a while back, recently I worked with an owner of a coffee startup. They just bought a coffee plantation in Chiang Mai, and it's forest grown coffee. It's really good. And so the owner came to me and wanting to coach him on how to grow his business, how to get started. And right off the bat, I asked him, like, well, what do you want to do? It's like, well, I want to double my sales, and I want to And even I want to do. And I could tell, right? Like he had this chip on his shoulder. He had to prove something in his business. Like if this coffee's successful, then I am a successful entrepreneur. If I make this number of sales, then I can relax, right? And so for him, we just changed the game. It's like, well, what if you just had more fun in your business? Like, well, businesses aren't fun. That's not how you do business. And that was very real, because he had been brought up with that way of business is a very serious thing.
It's a belief, yeah.
Right, and so when we kind of peeled that back and really I challenged him to have more fun, it's like, well, what would you do if you had more fun? It's like, well, I guess I'd probably just spend more time with my clients and really get to know them, and not trying to sell them something, but really get to know them as people and really create relationships. And I said, okay, well, what if you just did that for the next month? He's like, you can do that? Like, I don't need this, 4P strategy and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah. And then he came back to me and he learned all these wonderful things about his clients. So they weren't just clients, they became his friends. They became like real connections.
People.
They became people.
Yeah.
And that really changed his business. And then not only did he double his sales, he made a lot of great coffee friends. So he's creating a community of people who just love coffee around him. And that is kind of propelling his business forward, because people want to invite him to things now, because he's such a friendly person who's just very curious about people and about coffee.
So he's really shifted his thinking
and
his approach.
And also, it's almost the sales became a natural byproduct of that. So that really changed the game for him. So now he knows if he wants to double his sales again, he just has to get out and get curious about more people and really serve his community. And that really changed the game for him. Yeah.
Very nice. Cool. Thank you for that. So what would you tell other business owners and entrepreneurs and influencers who are thinking and hoping to leverage themselves in growing their business?
For sure. So I think for creators, influencers, and people who own businesses who want to grow and expand, get to the next level, I would challenge them. What would it be like if they had 5% more fun in their business today? Just for today. You don't need a big overarching strategy. Just for today, what would it look like to have more fun in your business? And also to notice how you're playing the game in your business. Are you waking up trying to win your business? Are you waking up trying not to lose your business because you've gotten so far? And what would it be like to have just 5% more fun? Like, that's all you need. You only need 5% more fun to start to make a difference. And it would be really cool if you if you wrote in the comments, answer this question. If you had 5% more fun in your business, what would it look like? And answer in the comments. And we'll jump in and we'll interact with you.
Cool. That sounds like a good challenge for the next one. At least one day.
Yeah, do it for one day, and then if you're on a roll, do it for a week.
Yeah, and see how that shifts the thinking and the attitude and the emotions of you and your team around you.
And for me, I notice, even physically, if I'm trying to win, my body's just a little bit tighter. I'm a little bit more I'm ready to fight somebody. But if I'm having more fun, I notice my shoulders relax and I breathe deeper and I'm just more present.
That's true. You're not needing to prove anything.
Yes, because we can even talk about that. So when you're trying to win, it's like you're trying to prove something, usually to yourself or to other people. And that's like opening up 30 tabs in your browser. Whenever you're trying to win, just imagine the 30 tabs
Right. And maybe you only need to be just 3 or 4 tabs to get there.
Yeah.
Versus the 30 tabs, which really exhausts you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then you have to like multitask so much.
That's a really good, another example for that is like if you're tired and you look for strategies how to have more energy, right? But the way you're playing the game is making you tired. It doesn't matter how early you wake up or how much you work out, because the way you're playing the game is making you tired.
Yeah, so play and be like a little kid and be curious and innovate.
And not beat yourself up about it.
Yeah, I think that's probably another chapter, another
Yes,
video
sure.
about about not beating yourself up. So I hope you got a lot from Nick today and this talk. I want to thank you for
so
coming
much.
around to do this video with us and sharing the key points that you shared with the audience over at Thailand Techland. So if you like this video, please give us a like or a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right.